If you joined us for episode 1 of From the Vault, you saw that we looked back at one of my older promos for Born Champions. So now I figured, why don't we rewind a bit and take a look at a match of mine. And in particular, it was a match that I had out at West Coast Wrestling Connection. It was my debut match. It was the first time I was ever flown to an event, and it was the first time that I was ever on the West Coast. And this is a match with a young kid out there named Kris Klash, who I really enjoyed wrestling with. So let's take a look at the match, shall we? Alright, let's take a look. Let's really go back down memory lane here. So, such a young little punk I look like. I mean, before the facial hair and everything. I mean, I'd probably still look the same if I shaved it.
All we were going to have was a segment, a dance contest. Instead, we have an impromptu match.
Now, Kris is actually an amateur wrestler, and I believe he went into the military. And we would have a string of matches, but later when I came back out, he actually came back and he did a match with me that we revisited like 5 years after this, maybe longer actually. But look at me trying to out wrestle him.
Jackson, the face of Clash, asking us to give up the same up. He gets up. Reversal. Put the pressure on. Hammerlock. Good move there. Has a hook. Side hand off the Corbin. Good chain wrestling here. Crowd.
And those tights, I still have. They took me 21 weeks to get from Easy Money, but I got them. And they're actually super durable. I mean, I guess they're worth it because they've never fallen apart. Okay, so this is a spot that I've stolen from indie wrestler that was up here, Casanova's, where I saw it. I know it's been duplicated a lot, but...
Whoa, there's a nip up. The top of the ropes. Form smash with Clash. Rose Corbin in the ropes. Whoa,
ouch.
hits him with the elbow. Nicely done. Clothesline. Down goes Corbin. Telling them to get up, Clashes. Form smash.
Not faring too well here at the moment.
Whoa! Tremendous shoulder throw. He came down. And
The screaming back body was actually a staple of mine for a long time, and it was something that the promoter out in West Coast Wrestling Connection really liked. And I used to do it a lot, and it would catch people off guard. And that fan back there has given me a hard time, has always given me crap for as long as I can remember. He was at my first match there, and... and he still would continue to do it at the last set of tapings all the way through. So, I mean, that's dedication right there. Dedication to hating me.
pretty sure, last time I checked, Mr. Corbin, there's no timeout for professional wrestling. Oh, no.
Oh, classic. Classic heel move. Hey, if there's no timeouts in wrestling, at least if they give a temporary stop to things, that's perfect, right? I mean, there's no reason why I wouldn't try and do it unless if it works, so. My offense really isn't where it normally is. It's not as ruthless as it is now, not as precise, but I just have... I don't even remember what a lot of my signature moves are at this time.
Referee, count to 4. One more time, 5 against provocation. Corbin making his debut here. We'd have to lose part of the money. Oh no, roll up. 1, 2.
Man, and this is my first show. If you can imagine how much the fans, like, maybe it was just a natural reaction, naturally conditioned, but the fans always used to chant, sucks, boring. I would say I'm the most entertaining wrestler there, so they would chant boring. But, I mean, I had a good rapport with these fans right off the bat. They just don't stop either. They're relentless.
Now Jackson, who's in the face of Clash, asking us to give it up. He's saying no.
I love a good chin lock. We all know that. There's nothing wrong with a good chin lock. You gotta wear down the neck a little bit. A lot of guys don't train their necks like they used to.
Payback, if you will.
I think this was at, and I'm trying to remember, this is at the, I think it's the Chamois Indian High School is where they used to do these shows in this. So the crowd is very spaced out. Dang, I'm loud. I am very loud. Smilin' Dave, referee Smilin' Dave. Always used to try and get him to break in matches. It's one of my favorite things to do. It was easy. It's one of my favorite things to do. They used to have these things called double threat rumbles, and I tried to pin Dave in one of them and also tried to like crawl on him during one. Double threat rumble is you entered at the same time as somebody, and then you could be pinned, submitted, thrown over the top, and it was falls count anywhere, or maybe it wasn't over the top, it was just falls count anywhere. And I got pinned by a fan named Joan that was at these events. She used to hate me, absolutely hated me at these events. That's a story for another time. You can hear the fans still going, not still chanting, Corbin sucks.
Just crunches on the corner. Just backs him in the corner, hits the buckle back first, in some trouble. Has him, no way to reversal. Hits the buckles, Corbin. Oh no! What a...
Always get that boot up.
Whoa! Whoa!
Dang, that's quick. He really busted my spine on that one.
Just dropped him on his back.
Wow, only 5 minutes. I mean, look at that. Look at all the action-packed action you're getting here in 5 minutes.
On for Klash to get it going, get some more whipping, possibly win this match.
Taking a moment. I mean, obviously, I put a lot of punishment on this poor kid, so we're going to get back to it, no problem.
Whoa, blocking the punch. Punch by Klash. Another punch. Hold the work. Third arm smash. Has Corbin. Throws him to the ropes. Whoa, what a devastating tackle.
Is that like a pounce? I think it was a pounce.
Klash is in control. He's got Corbin in trouble. There's a punch. Has him
Ooh, the butterfly.
Picks him up. Suplex. That can do it. One.
I used to do that too. Almost my demise on that one, but no, it's going to take a lot more to put me out than that.
Klash picks up Corbin. Body slams him. He drove. Steps over him. Climbing up. Where's he going? Middle floor. Top floor.
Taking too much time.
Oh, no.
Oh. Corbin with the roll away. And Corbin comes back with everyone's favorite pin, the Oklahoma roll. Victorious in my debut.
Yeah, Darin Corbin wins the match with a roll-up and a handful of tights as well. Referee didn't see it though. The ref can only call what he can see.
Hey, we'll just ignore the fact that a win's a win. We'll just ignore. See, if it doesn't get caught, it's fine. And chasing kids, just like I always used to do. My interactions with kids are some of my favorite ones, but always a blast. Well, awesome. Thank you again for joining me for episode 2 of From the Vault. That was my debut match with West Coast Wrestling Connection. And the main reason I got booked out on that show was because I sent a video of me tipping back over a chair. And it was... The promoter was such a big fan of comedy wrestling that he wanted me out there to do that. And I believe we did this before this match happened. We did a dance contest, but it was absolutely a lot of fun. So I had a blast doing it. And Kris was always super fun, super easy to work, or easy to wrestle with. So I always had a great time out there and really enjoyed my time wrestling with West Coast Wrestling Connection. I've been out there, so that's since my debut. I think that was 2008. I've been off and on out there. So thanks for joining me again.